Hi, Shelene Giles with FIG, bringing Wisdom Wednesday to you. Our theme today is set the timer. Has this ever happened to you? You're working along, busy, you look up and you panic because the day is literally gone. You have so many things to do on your to-do list and you have yet to mark any of them off. You've been busy working, but you feel like you haven't been productive. Let's face it, we are multitaskers. As entrepreneurs, we are the business manager, the operations manager, the administrative assistant, the marketer, the accountant, the worker bee, the employee, the employer, the subcontractor. We're also the janitor and many more tasks. We literally touch everything in the business, if not on a daily basis, definitely on a weekly basis. Sometimes multitasking isn't the most productive method in our workday. I have learned to set the timer. I use Google Calendar for tasks and appointments. Tasks are day-to-day activities without a particular time or a particular due date. Appointments are either phone calls or meetings of where I need to be. I also mark on my calendar when I'm going to be out of town with appointments. From my Google Calendar, I prioritize the tasks and also include my phone calls and meetings, literally on a sticky note which sits on my monitor. This way I'm reminded of my tasks, calls, and appointments since I'm spending most of the time of my day at my computer. When the task, call, or appointment is done, a Sharpie marker marks through. I find it quite humorous that people think because I work out of the home, I'm always available. I'm available for phone calls, emails, texts, lunch, shopping, pedicures, manicures. One of the things that I've had to learn is to turn off the emails, turn off the cell phone, and focus on work. How do I focus on work? I set the timer. I allot certain times during the day for tasks such as emails. An hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon is when I look at emails. I also set the timer for a break for lunch or break in the afternoon. If I'm working on a particular case or an educational class, I set the timer. I'm going to work on this case for an hour, and when the timer goes off, the case is closed and is put on the shelf for the next day. The same is in regards to creating educational classes. This is the only way that I can be productive on a day-to-day basis. A little bit at a time, one step at a time, gets me closer to completing my goals on a weekly basis. Every Monday, we look at our goals for that particular week. We have our day-to-day tasks, our calls, and our appointments, but we also insert goals that we want to accomplish, and we set the timer for the goals as well. Having a routine and structure in your workday will lessen your stress and increase your productivity. You're not being mean or rude by not answering an email or phone call. You're just not available at that particular time. Believe me, emails and phone calls can monopolize your day. I've also found that I become more productive when I know that I'm only going to work an hour or two on a particular task. I tend to get in the work zone quicker and stay in the work zone knowing that there's a time limit to this particular task. If there are tasks that I don't particularly enjoy, knowing that there's a time limit helps me get through that task with a little bit less stress. I totally understand with working out of the home, you have to juggle professional and personal time. There will be times during the day where there are personal commitments, appointments, activities, pick up from school, take to ball practice, take to piano lessons. I try to schedule most of my personal appointments and activities later in the afternoon. I'm an early bird, so I get up early in the morning, have my me time, and then am ready to rock and roll at my desk at a fairly decent hour. Yes, there will be times that evenings and weekend work is required if personal commitments take up some of the week. But don't get into a habit of sitting at your desk 24/7, either physically or in your mind. Create a calendar, create a to-do list, prioritize your to-do list, and then set the timer. Be productive, because when you are productive, that increases your profits. This is Shelene Giles saying have a blessed day.